I'm going to call this edition of the NBA DFS preview, the fastest 10 minutes in all of NBA DFS previews. My name is Jon Jansen. I'm joined by Ghost. I don't have 10, 15. I don't have more than that here. So guess what? And you know what? There's only one person I trust to do this more than anyone. I trust Ghost to give me 10 minutes of the best bleeping NBA DFS content that he has. First of all, Ghost, how you doing, man? How was your weekend?
I'm good. Mojito Monday, and it was a good weekend too. The weather was nice here, so it was nice.
Nice.
Good weekend.
It's awful here. It's raining. It's 60 degrees. It kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit kind of sucks. But you know what doesn't suck, by the way? NBA DFS preview. You want to do that? I don't trust.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
What happened here? I trust Ghost more.
Nothing.
Oh yeah,
I know he does. I know he does.
Good boys. Let's go. All right, let's
go.
do this.
All right, let's do it.
There's only one game we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah. If you don't play this game, don't play. It's that simple.
Yep. All right, show over, guys.
Wow. Thankfully, I kept that one in. 247 over under in this game. Indiana ranks dead last in pretty much all defensive categories since the All-Star break. Obviously, pretty much coincides with the absence of Miles Turner, their best defensive player, arguably defensive player of the year in the entire league too. But we only have 8 to 10 minutes. We're not going to get into that because I'd go on a rant for a while there. But Indiana's missing him. No Goga. Sabonis is back. Definitely shores up the defensive end. But again, it's just he's not going to go out there to be able to shut everybody down on their own, right? No Malcolm Brogdon. It is huge for Russell Westbrook tonight. Gonna get Edmund Sumner, Aaron Holiday, whoever else is lining up on Russ. Good luck. And then you have Karis LeVert matching up on Bradley Beal. I think that one speaks for itself. So this game's gonna shoot out. And you know what? Even if you think that Vegas is wrong in a little bit, well, the over/under standard is usually like around 3% for Vegas. I'll triple it and even increase it just even more than triple and give you 10%. If you put the over/under at 222, it's still one of the highest on the entire slate. So even if you think that this one goes under by 20 plus points somehow, if you do think that, first of all, you better be betting it, because if you think it's going under by 20, then you better be pretty confident in that. But other than that, it's still one of the highest over/unders on the slate. So I'm starting with Russ. 100%
obviously,
of the way.
if that's the thing too, but we have Brogdon and Turner out, that also means can we maybe get some cheap plays here that are going to make their way into the party and join it?
Absolutely. So the first guy that I'm going to is probably Doug McDermott. Just fits my builds really well. He at $4,000 on power forward on DraftKings. He filling up these forward spots tonight. There's so many good guards on the higher end of the pricing grid that I want to get most of my exposure there outside of Domantas Sabonis. But so, looking for some cheap forwards, I really do like Doug McDermott's spot here tonight. He's going to be that third scorer outside of Sabonis and Karis LeVert, right? So the one spot where Washington is weak, they're weak pretty much everywhere on defense, but the weaker of the spots that they are, it is on the wing, right? And on top of that, they're losing Danny Avdija for the rest of the season. It's a very exploitable matchup on both ends of the court. Actually, you could even go on the flip side and go to Rui Hachimura for Washington if you want to. I'm not really living and dying in the mid-range most of the time, so the 4.5K to 6.5K range tonight kind of gets overlooked a little bit for me tonight. But if you have that luxury of getting somebody in there at 4.8K while getting 3 studs, then by all means, Rui it would definitely be in my builds, and you could actually swap him out for Doug McDermott. Either way, I'm okay with that. Alex Len, Robin Lopez, Daniel Gafford. Again, it's a confusing timeshare, so I'm likely avoiding the center spot here tonight for Washington, just because I have no idea what Washington's rotation is going to look like when it comes down to the crunch time minutes. Right? And the reason why I say that is because they haven't been consistent whatsoever. So usually you could kind of end up figuring out a bit of a pattern: who's closing quarters, who's opening them, what kind of matchups, etc. But with the way that they've been doing things, you're seeing Alex Len get most of the fourth quarter run, and then you look at last game and he played a whopping 4 minutes, which he started, played 4 minutes, came off, never saw the court ever again. So it's just you never really know. If there is one of the 3 that I would play, it would be Daniel Gafford. But at that point, if you're going 4,400, you might as well either go down to Doug McDermott or up to Rui Hachimura. So I'm okay with those 2 guys in terms of the value spots. Jeremy Lamb being out is really, really big for a guy like Aaron Holiday as well. So if you're looking for some guard scoring, I know a lot of people are going to flock to TJ McConnell, but when Aaron Holiday gets hot, especially at the price that he's at, I think I saw him at 3,500 today. He was somebody that I did have him on my short list this morning if Brogdon was out. And now that we got that news, it's pretty big for Aaron Holiday. So if you're looking to get different a little bit, you don't have to avoid this game altogether. So when we're talking about loading up on this game in large field, the answer is still yes. It's just what kind of combinations are you running?
Being contrarian even within the game.
Yeah, that's it. You don't even have to leave the same game, right? So you can still get into this one. Russell Westbrook's probably going to be the highest owned player on the slate, or at least one of them outside of the Caruso. But outside of that, you don't have to fade Russ. You can pair him with a guy like Aaron Holiday, pair him with a guy like Karis LeVert if you want to go all the way up to the 8.6K range to grab Karis LeVert. No one's really playing guys like this, right? They're largely going to go Sabonis, Westbrook, and then pretty much leave the rest of this game alone, right? Or they're going to go with Doug McDermott possibly, or other value plays. TJ McConnell is likely going to be the third most popular play from this game. So if you do want to grab other spots there, then you can kind of go Aaron Holiday or TJ McConnell. Yeah, of course, TJ McConnell does more in scoring. He's more of a peripheral stats guy, whereas Aaron Holiday, you look at Indiana's roster construction right now for this game specifically, they need scorers.
Yeah,
they don't need guys that can dish the rock. Like Domantas Sabonis can get 20 assists in a game. He pretty much just did it last game, right? He can get 20 rebounds on his own. They still have O'Shea Brissett too that can crash the glass pretty well too. So, they don't really need guys to be able to do that. They need guys that could put the ball in the hoop, and Aaron Holiday is definitely that guy. So if you want to take a flyer on somebody, I would give the edge to Aaron Holiday there. TJ McConnell by far the safer play. So that's exactly where I'm starting my lineups.
So is this basically
Westbrook, Doug McDermott?
Yeah, so I mean, we always go stars and scrubs. Is this a stars and Wizards Pacers lineup, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. You start with Westbrook, Sabonis, and Doug McDermott. He's one of the scrubs or one of the lower price players there. Not full on scrub, but again, at 4K, it's close enough for me there. So you grab Doug McDermott as one of them. Sabonis, Westbrook as 2 out of 3 studs, and then the other really cheap player that I'm going is Alex Caruso, stone cold minimum price. He's going to get 20 plus minutes again. No Dennis Schroeder, no LeBron on top of that. The Lakers don't have a primary ball handler on the court tonight. Like, just to put that into perspective before people start saying, oh, well, Caruso's not a good basketball player, this and that. First of all, there will be no Caruso slander tolerated in the comments. So there will be no Caruso slander.
I'll make sure of that. I'll make sure to run him out.
It is headband season. Like, this guy's going to go out there and look like he's at a YMCA gym with the NBA logo on the middle of his headband, and he's going to go out there and do good things. I mean, at the stone cold 3K minimum, like what hurts you? He gets 12 points. Okay. What's hitting value? 15. What's the big deal? We always say it where it doesn't matter if these guys quote unquote flop. To them, flopping, it's 12 points instead of 15. If Russell Westbrook puts up 35 or 40 instead of 65, 70, then we have a serious problem on our hands. But guys like this, it's all about facilitating who you can get in your build. So I'm 100% eating the Caruso chalk there. And the main reason why I'm doing that is just because they don't have a primary ball handler on that roster right now. So he's going to get all the run that he can get. And you know what? He's been getting peripheral stats on top of that. Anthony Davis is nowhere near crashing the glass as what he used to do in previous years in his career. So the rebounding opportunities are going to be there. And he's a guy that's blowout proof on top of that. What do they get? They're not going to be worried about running Alex Caruso into the ground. So at 3K, he's this is exactly where I'm starting my builds. These 4 guys on the screen right here. And then if you have the luxury of getting somebody at the top end, I do give the edge to Stephen Curry over anybody tonight. The New Orleans Pelicans rank dead last in opposing primary ball handlers, allowing over 50 plus fantasy points per game there. Bottom 5 in made threes, dead last in threes made since the All-Star break, and dead last in defensive rating in the last 3 games. So there's a lot of dead last rankings there for the New Orleans Pelicans, and it's for a reason. I don't see how Steph doesn't go lights out here tonight. No Steven Adams on top of that. It's going to be a much easier matchup for Draymond Green going up against Willie Hernan-Gomez. So the main reason why I bring that, and people are going to say, well, how does that benefit Steph? Steph is good on his own. It does, but Steph is going to be fine no matter what. But when Draymond gets hyped into these games and he starts, getting involved on offense and he's running back on defense, making plays, and whether he's making a block on whoever it is, whether it's a bench player in the last minute of the game when they're up by 30 or whether it's the first quarter on opening possession, he just gets hyped and then he plays better, right? So These are things that statistics just can't tell you. It's simply from watching every Warriors game possible. So this is a game where Draymond can really get hyped, go up against Willie Hernangomez. He's the better of the two in the matchup. He's going to be able to play good defense, get involved on offense. It's going to open things up for Steph. Whether Wiggins plays or not, I don't care. That's just, it's a day ending in Y. I don't care whether Andrew Wiggins is playing in this game or not. But no, Kelly Oubre Jr. on top of that, it's all about Steph right now. They're a game back at that 8 seed. They're going to want to get it. The West is the West is wide open right now. So the Warriors are going to make a run here in the last 10 games. And I'm going to be absolutely here for it.
Good with Westbrook and Beal in the same lineup. Question we have here.
Yeah. Yes and no. And it takes a lot for me to say that because you guys know I play Bradley Beal every single day. But if I'm paying 11 for Russ, I want him to go absolutely nuclear. So no, tonight I'm okay with it. A 247 over under. Beal's still going to take 25 shots. The only thing there is that you need multiple Indiana run backs. At that point, I wouldn't even go and any other studs. I would just go LeVert, Sabonis, Beal, and Westbrook and make that work. And you could even go Doug McDermott on top of that.
So here's another lineup we have here: Westbrook, Caruso, Gay, McD, Sabonis, Steph, and Melo, Aaron Holiday.
I like that a lot. The only player I'm iffy on a little bit is Rudy Gay. The Spurs are likely bringing everybody back tonight. So just end up checking our projections at windailysports.com, Jimmy, and you'll be able to check out what Rudy Gay is looking like. But that's the only guy. I like McDermott. I like Sabonis, obviously. Caruso, Westbrook. That's the core four. Steph, lock season. Aaron Holiday. And I do like the Melo play. I could tell that you saw my message in Discord. So I'll actually put it out there for everybody. I guess we'll end the show on that note. Carmelo Anthony is 9 points back to be the 10th highest scorer of all time tonight. So if you want a bit of a narrative season, it's hoodie Melo season. And if you call a Melo ball Melo, we're going to have issues. So it is the real Melo, the only Melo.
Oh,
it's Melo season.
We ending the stream with a little spice. Ooh.
Absolutely. And free bet. I'll give a free bet too. We'll do
do it.
We'll do a free bet.
Then you can get the rest over windailysports.com.
Absolutely. So we combined for 12 today, 13, 14. I don't know. I lost count.
I put in 6 bets too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I put in a lot.
Yeah, so there's a lot. The whole team combined, I think we have over 25 on the
Keith
board right
has
now.
5 bets. You have 6, and I have 6. So that's 17 bets.
Steve has his. Adam's posting his. Jay's posting his. There's going to be over 25 bets on the board tonight. So make sure you guys go and join windailysports.com. Get every piece of content that you can over there. And the free bet for tonight is none other than the birthday boy. I was going to wait and post this in the Discord.
Nice.
Domantas Sabonis over 19.5 rebounds and assists for the best player in the NBA. It's also his birthday. So Sabonis lock season. This is probably, this is what Christmas Day feels like for me. When it's Sabonis' birthday, everyone's out for Indiana, a matchup against Washington.
Oh, beautiful. It all lined up. Just the universe lined up perfectly and said, Ghost, here's an easy bet for you to take. Yep. Here it is. Right
over 19.5 rebounds and assists. FanDuel Sportsbook.
Check out more of those bets, windailysports.com. A little bit, there's a tab there called betting. And if you click sports betting picks, that's where you can find all of that. You can find our 17 bets there, windailysports.com. All right. Anything more you need? Any lineups you need checked? Any last-minute lineup decisions, player injuries, last-minute news? windailysports.com/chat. Join the Discord chat. My buddy Ghost, my pal Ghost, will be in that chat, helping you guys out. So do that, windailysports.com. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the NBA DFS Preview Show, windailysports.com.